friends can be expensive, just like the cost of inviting the wrong woman into your life can be expensive. There's a price to pay. Um, you want to vet as thoroughly as possible, but you're not using the same red flag system that I've devised and put in the first book to sort of establish whether or not she's the kind of woman that you want to invite in your life, because um, it's slightly different. I mean, there's some similarities. Again, I mean, you wouldn't want to have friends that are violent, they get a bad temper, but their notch count doesn't matter. You don't care if they've run around for 10 years with a bunch of gals. That's really not that significant, to be honest with you. Baby Arabies and a few of the others. But if you're not attentive to the guys that you hang out with, they will drag you down. I've talked about anchors and sales. We'll get into the vetting section, but I've gotten involved with one, two, three, four, probably 5 or 6 different dudes that have made intentional moves towards complicating my life unnecessarily. And the character and the show of character is a leading indicator of the kind of person that you will. And I'll just share some personal stories, without giving away specific details and names, obviously. But the types of guys that you're going to run into out there, they're always a lot of fun. You're gonna meet them in your younger years. They're a good laugh. You drink with them. You party with them, sort of thing. You might start going to the gym with them. You're working out. They're going to threaten to teabag you if you don't push the weight harder. You guys hang out. You might start riding motorcycles together, spending late nights, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, racing, doing all kinds of stuff, riding ramps, drinking, coffees and stuff like that, and ripping up and down the roads in the middle of the night. These kind of guys, will seem like a lot of fun. You go out and pick up girls together. I did loads of this stuff, in my 20s on the motorcycles. We'd have a spare helmet, throw them on the back, sort of thing. They're like my brother from another mother. They are. And that's where you get to. But if you're not attentive to the sort of character that they have, and you look past negative traits, I did this myself. Like, I had a friend that did some underhanded stuff, if we're being honest. These people will drag you down, man. Like, things like, he would tell me stories proudly how, he would go over to his friend's place, or his mom, would be around. She's, of course, divorced, single and ready to mingle, sort of thing. Had the other friend when she was younger, and he would bang his friend's mom and, proudly boast about it. He would, go out and about and bang friends' girlfriends. If they were in a fight or something like that, or a little bit of a scrap or a break, we were on a break. He'd snake his way in. He'd basically worm his way into her pants, sort of thing. Those are all pretty strong indicators of shit character, right? There's got to be some sort of moral compass or boundary when it comes to dudes when you invite them into your life. And I think that, and I've said this before, you can't trust guys that can't get laid, and you can't trust guys that are obsessed about getting laid. I mean, if they're at the point where they're banging other friends' moms, or they're banging, other friends' girlfriends, sort of thing, that's some questionable behavior. And it should be a strong indicator this isn't somebody that you want to spend a great deal of time with, travel with, bring into a business, that you might be running. These are all things that might seem entertaining and fun when you're having good laughs and you're sitting around late at night, chuckling about life, and, oh yeah, we'll be doing this when we're 90 years old, and, clicking your cans together, sort of thing. It might seem comfortable, it might seem convenient, but who are these guys? I'll tell you exactly who they are, because I've had friends like this, and they're the kind of guys that will bang your girlfriend. They're the kind of guys that will want to get involved in your business dealings, for example. If they see you doing things, putting bigger and bigger dents in the universe, and essentially, starting to pulling some bucks to lucks, like you're making some bank, and they want a piece of that pie, they'll worm their way in. Oh yeah, I've got capabilities, I've got skills, I'll go and do it. I'm telling you, like, I've seen guys do that, and you bring them in on your biz, you bring them in on projects you're working on. There's the old saying, bullshit baffles brains, and they'll start strategizing and planning behind the scenes and doing things to sort of, how can I put it? We'll just say jeopardize your business, and your business model, compete against you, steal clients, steal contracts, stuff like that. The moral character of somebody will be on display. You want a guy that you can trust. You can't trust a guy that's banging your friend's moms. You just can't. Sure, have a laugh about it, but you can't trust the guy. I mean, is this somebody that you would want to have around your family, that you'd want to invite over to dinner, that you'd want around your kids, want around your daughter even? Absolutely not. These are moral judgments that you have to make. You got to size people up. You got to get good at sizing people up. If you can't size people up, if you can't evaluate what they're made of, the fabric of their being, then why are you hanging around these people? Like these are basic skills. Okay. One of the things that we've talked about before is before you get too serious with a chick, you want to spend like a year or two with her to see what she's made of. When stress is applied to that relationship, like you travel somewhere and your luggage gets lost, does she have a total meltdown? Does she start yelling at the airline, at the stewardess and all that sort of thing? Or does she say, I don't worry about it, let's go to the store and, grab some bathing suits and a few things and we'll be fine for the rest of the week, sort of thing. We'll deal with the luggage later, right? It's the same sort of thing with guys, with friends, right? Like, are they an anchor or are they a sail? So let's get into, the vetting component, right? Because this is straight up easy. Once you get a good handle on it, like this is stuff that I wish that I knew in my 20s that I only figured out probably in the last decade or two, right? And it cost me lawsuits, right? Suing friends that did underhanding things to try to ruin business, try to steal business, try to steal customer contracts and clients, things like that. It costs you sleepless nights. Like you will be betrayed by women in your life and you will be betrayed by friends if you let it happen. But and I'm not saying build walls around yourself, but I'm saying learn how to size people up, right? Like see what they're made of, see how they behave in scenarios where you'd expect them to have your back. Like one of the most important things that I've said this many, many times before, guys, is your very good friends, your absolute best friends will talk shit to your face. Nice shirt. Does it come in men's? Nice car. Too bad it's too slow. You see what I'm saying, right? Like they'll talk shit to your face, but every single time you guys are apart, right? He's always got your back. That's a strong leading indicator. Now, again, Moff is in the green room area. So if you guys have a question, you're going to want to get that StreamYard link clicked at the top and get yourself squared away for the Q&A segment to make sure your audio is good and all that. He'll be able to test that out before we go live, but we'll do it after the ad break. So again, let's go through the points with vetting. Well, let's deal with the anchors and sails again. Anchor sales, straightforward stuff. Dealing with the sailboat, me. It's one of the things that I pay attention to as I'm getting older into the autumn years. Definitely want to get on water more, especially in the Caribbean, especially in the Mediterranean. It's going to happen. Anchors and sails. Anchors hold you. You drop the hook in the water. It's supposed to prevent you from moving around. A little bit of slippage, but it's supposed to prevent you from moving around. People have to go into these two categories. These friends of yours, the business associates, whatever it is that you happen to be rolling with, they have to go in one of the two categories, anchors or sails. Are they holding you back? Are they holding you in place? Or are they allowing you to move to your next port of call, right? To your next destinations as you progress through that passage, right? Are they anchors or are they sails? Next point, average of the 5 you're going to spend the most time with. Said this before, and I'm going to keep hammering on this because it's so important. Take a look at the people around you, your 5 closest friends that you spend the 5, not even 5, let's just say the people that you spend the most time with. Could be 3 of them, could be 5 of them, but the people that you spend the most time with will rub off on you and you will become the average of those people. You spend time with 5 broke, dumb losers that are doing absolutely nothing with their life. They're incompetent. They're a bad moral character. You will become the 6th. It is impossible, absolutely impossible to soar like an eagle if you surround yourself with turkeys. Do not surround yourself with turkeys. Take a look at the 5 people you're spending the most time with right now and categorize them. I'm serious. Categorize them. Are they contributing to the best version of yourself? Are they helping you move along? to get to the better version of yourself? Do they support that better version of yourself? If you paint a picture and you say, I'm not riding sport bikes anymore, I need a Lambo. I'm going to go out and do this, this, and this to go get the Lambo. Are they all about, yeah, I'm down with that, man. Let's move up the ladder. Let's move up to the next level. Let's start doing this, that, or the other thing. Let's go beyond just this area here. Let's go up to this area here. Are they moving into these categories? Do they contribute to the best version of yourself? Straightforward question. It's not complex, right? Are they supporting and facilitating dreams and goals that you're setting? If you deviate from them, let's say, you've set a very clear and concise goal, and if you deviate from them, are they saying, yo, hold on a second, hold you accountable? What are you doing this for over here if it's not aligned with what you said you wanted to do over there? That's a good friend. That's somebody that you'd want to bring along with you. That's a sail that's going to help you move along, that passage to your next port of call, right? Facilitating and supporting the dreams and goals and holding you accountable. Holding you accountable is huge, man. Guys that are all like, oh, I'm going to lose weight, or I'm going to develop a strong muscular physique or frame, or I'm going to get into boxing and have a fight, or whatever it happens to be. Cool. Are they sparring with you? Are they going to the gym with you? When you're on the bench press and you're at your 1 rep max, are they throwing on another 2.5 pounds on either side and spotting you on that and threaten to teabag you if you don't get the weight back up to the top? Are they those guys? Are they holding you accountable afterwards when you leave the gym to go get something to eat? And they say, nah, we can't go to McDonald's. We got to go get some proper chicken and rice over here at this place, right? Because that's what you want. That's how you should be evaluating the friends that you surround yourself with. Are you guys on the same path? Are you on the same mission, right? Are you holding each other accountable to these standards to get to those goals? You know what they are. People are, well, how do you lose weight? Move more, eat better. That's a summary. Move more as far as lifting heavy things, picking them up and putting them back down. You want to get better at realms of combat, pick up boxing, whatever that you want to happen to do, and start going with the guys. Get some gloves and some mitts and go out to the park and train. Skip rope before you're training together. Push yourself from 4 minutes to 5 minutes. Next month, it's 5 minutes to 6 minutes of skipping rope before you get started. And again, I think one of the most important indicators, and as you get older and you get into relationships, or if you have kids and you have family events, I've seen this. Like, I've seen some of the shittiest people that I know, they don't have good interactions with family. Some of the best people that I know, like some of the best souls that I know, they've got great family, and family's always there for them, and they're there to support. And they're the kind of people, it's like, you can bring your family into, or you can bring your kids into those environments and room, and you can trust them there, right? Like, is this somebody that I can leave my daughter in a room with and feel comfortable and confident everything is good? And if somebody breaks into the house, they're going to protect that kid and defend the home and the child from the intruder, sort of thing. Like, is that the kind of friend that you're bringing along? It's important to contemplate. It's really important, man.